All right, guys, we've been talking in a few videos now about how to describe the value of a Scrum Master or a product owner. What if we zoom out and just more broadly think Agile product development in general, whether that's Scrum specifically or just Agile practices, Agile way of thinking? How to quickly describe that to someone who doesn't really understand what you're talking about or the benefits of it?
Yeah, let me go on this one for a quick second. So, like this idea of agile. But before I go on a rant about that, let's talk specifically about Scrum. These are generally where these questions are coming from. Scrum, its foundation is lean thinking and empirical process control. But let's dive into the lean thinking piece of this. Making things and reducing the waste to do so, right? How do we get the same product out the door, removing all of the unnecessary pieces of work that we were doing and save ourselves 20%? We all want to do this. Scrum teams are set up to find wasteful activities as they're doing the work. We have retrospectives as a continuous improvement event every single sprint. Its whole purpose is to improve, and that could be by reducing the things that we do that are a waste of time or doing more of the things that we find are extra valuable. Every company can use this. So the value I would definitely start with is, wouldn't you like a lean company, a company that does more with the same amount of resources that you currently have, whether that's people or money or staplers? Do more with less. We all want that.
I'm thinking of back in the day. I'll always love to start stories with back in the day. Back in the day, 2007, 2008 time frame, I started a company helping a lot of my peers basically recover from an economic disaster. So our country is going through quite a mess. I mean, the whole world was feeling the impact of that. And a lot of my peers were either in construction or mortgage or finance. And so we began to help them with digital transformation practices. I didn't know what it was called back in the day. I thought it was just simply helping them automate by replacing manual processes and spreadsheets with automation online or the web or some other software tools. But what was happening is we were helping them adapt to change. There was a significant change, significant disruption. They didn't want the same disruption to happen again. Now forward that to product development, where there is change happening at such a crazy pace. It's not so much the quantity of change that's the issue, it's how quickly change can impact your product and your organization. To not be agile is to basically accept defeat when it happens. We have no excuse. We can adjust, we can adapt, we can learn, we can grow, and agility gives us every advantage to mitigate that risk.
Yeah, and if I could build on that, I think the rate of change in our world, I mean, in the marketplace, in consumer thinking, in technology, I think it's only getting faster and faster. I mean, it's why I chuckle when I see these articles on LinkedIn about Agile is dead and all these things. It's like maybe a specific practice or a specific framework isn't as popular as it used to be, but the need to be adaptable, that's not going away. I think that the need to be adaptable is more important than ever. And I would start by looking back, if you're trying to advocate this within your company, I would try to look at your company's recent history. Maybe there's a major project that wasn't as successful as it could have been. That's a mouthful. Because we had a set of assumptions that failed us. That may have been true at one point, but somewhere along the way, something major shifted, and we weren't able to adapt to that change as quickly as we could have. If we could benefit from optimizing for adaptability and the ability to respond to change, I think we're going to be much better off. And so if we can start with that conceptual framework, I think you're going to find yourself advocating for agility much more successfully than saying, ooh, Scrum is shiny, let's do that.
Isn't there some Darwin quote that says something like, it's not the fastest of the species that thrives, it's the ones most able to adapt to change?
Sure.
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Viewers, Google that and let us know in the comments if we're wrong.
Sounds clever. Hey there. So if you're here and this is your first time and you're interested in growing in your agility and understanding things like Scrum and other Agile topics, then be sure to get started by hitting that subscribe button and also that bell. You're going to get notifications, and I don't want you to miss out on a thing.